Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I am here to do my Elle Studio March kit review. I've completely used up everything. I'll go through with you what I have left, what my thoughts were, what I created with it, and then just give you a quick review of everything. So let's start with what came in the kit and what I have left. Alright, so if you're not familiar with my kit review series, each month this year I've been picking a different kit to review, whether it's a pocket page kit or a scrapbooking kit. I even thought about doing card kits, but I'm not there yet. So right now I'm just doing pocket page kits or project life kits, however you want to call it, and scrapbook kits. So this month I reviewed Elle Studios, and this was for March. I know we're in April already, but this is the March kit that I purchased, and I haven't got my April kit yet anyway, so perfect timing for this. This is a monthly pocket kit. Now it is not a subscription, you just purchase it each month. The reveal day comes, and on the reveal day it's only $9.99. And then the reveal day is the 10th of the month, by the way, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you don't purchase it on the reveal day, then it's $11.99 after that until they're sold out. So if you're going to purchase it, you might as well do it on reveal day and save $2, which is pretty much your shipping if you live in the U.S. Shipping varies because it's not a subscription kit, so it really depends on what else you're buying in your purchase. It is $2 or around $2 in the U.S. if you don't add anything, and it's around $8, well, starts at $8 and goes up if you're international. As I said, the reveal is on the 10th of the month, and there are a few sneak peeks ahead of time, but I couldn't find a date that those started. And then shipping is basically as soon as you purchase it. To me, it gets to me pretty quickly. I've purchased a lot of different things from Elle Studio, and it just takes a few days for it to get to me. And I believe they're in California, and I am in North Carolina. I don't actually have a location. I think they're in California for whatever reason. And what comes in the kit, or what came in this kit and is about standard throughout their months, are 16 3x4-inch tags, and they call them tags, not cards. 3 4x6 cards. You get labels, die cuts, or labels and die cuts, and it really matters. It really varies each month as to how many you get of each. But you will get at least 16 3x4 cards. Now my little chart here, I'll have it on my blog post if you're interested in going and downloading it. And actually this is what it looks like right now. It has my January, February, and March kits compared side by side so you can compare them. Now the great thing about this is that it's $9.99. It's a very affordable kit, and you can mix it with other papers that you already have in your stash or other embellishments that you have. Everything that's in this kit is very flat because it's just paper items, so if you want to add a little bit more dimension or different things, I suggest just bringing in a few things from your stash. In their shop there's also a lot of other coordinating things like acrylic pieces, stamps, themed words, printables, everything like that. Oh, and cut files, which I don't have a Scylla at Cameo, so I don't use cut files, but you could definitely do that. Alright, so I was able to complete 4 12x12 pocket style scrapbook pages. This is the package that it came in. When I'm working with my kits, if they're pocket pages, I use these little, I have these little box that I decorated. It's just like a, it looks like a mini magazine holder. And I decorated it, and then I use this little tray thing as well for my embellishments. Well, all the cards are gone, as you can see, and this is all I have left. I mean, literally, I use all my scraps too. I keep everything. So this is all I have left. I have a little piece of, or 2 little pieces of cut off on the yellow 4x6 card. I have a few little tiny strips off of a green 3x4 card that I cut, and these are just trash, but I keep all my scraps in case I want to use them in little bits and pieces, so that's all I have left. And then I've got a little piece of white, a little sliver of white that came off one of the labels, and then this piece of yellow that came off of one of the tags that was on there. And then the only actual true embellishment that I have left is this one circle embellishment that says hip hop, and it was really Easter related, and I didn't do Easter. Did I? No, I didn't do Easter layouts, so I didn't use this one. So this is the only thing I have left. This is the only thing that's going in my stash, which I'm extremely pleased. If I had used this, I pretty much would have killed the kit completely, but having only one thing left is amazing. I've used everything else. This will just go in the trash because actually this will probably go in my scrap bin. These will just go in the trash. So this is all I have left. That's all I'm adding back to my stash. Alright, let me move these out of the way. These will just get stored with my other things until my next kit comes. Alright, and then that'll go away. So let me show you what I did. And these are not in the page protectors where they'll go, like these are not back-to-back layouts, but I just put them in here so it's easier to show you. This is the September 2014 page 1 that'll be in my album, and there is a process video for every single one of these, by the way. If you'd like to check them out, just go back in my history on my channel or go check out the blog post with this, and it'll have a link to all of those. So this is September 2014. I used one 4x6 card, 4 3x4 cards, and then all these little tags and things are from the kit. I added washi tape, some thickers, and some sequins, and then just a few other alphas as well to this layout, and that was it. Everything else came from the kit. Then I did a February. Is that the right one? What did I do? I'm trying to see. This one was next. Yeah, this one was the second one I did. And this is, no. No, I'm sorry. This is the second one I did. I was about to say, that's not February, we're in bathing suits. It's definitely not February. This is the second one I did. And in this layout, I love the way this layout turned out, but in this layout I had a 6x12 inch sticker sheet from, it was from Paper Studio Stickabilities, and it was called Basketball Doodles. And so I used almost half of that sticker sheet up on this. I used 11 out of 24 pieces on that sticker sheet on this layout. So, and it was all these basketball themed things are from that, like Eat, Sleep, Breathe, Basketball Team, Champ, Basketball, It's Not Just a Game, It's a Way of Life, and then some stars. All of that's from that sticker sheet. And then I pulled a few other small stickers from a couple other things. At this, when I did this layout, I was wanting to just add a couple things. I used the Currently card, I used the yellow card here, and then I used 3 3x4 cards, and then this gray one is actually from my stash. But I wanted a pretty solid background to be able to add this tag to, because I felt like that tag was kind of busy. And then I used some vellum on a few places to kind of tone down the busyness of the background, especially since I wasn't using this Currently card for the reading, creating, thinking, listening, watching, eating. I wanted to say Currently Basketball, basically. And then this is where I cut off the bottom of that yellow tag that was left, and then here's where I cut off the edges of that yellow card that I have left. So there's that one. Okay, then I did, this one was next. I may have these slightly out of order, but this one I think was next. And I actually used these 4 3x4 cards, and then I didn't use any 4x6 cards on this because they were already gone at this point. I only had 3 4x6 cards, so I used those in the first 2 layouts. So this one I just used the 3x4 cards, and then a lot of the little embellishments, like here's a label, a tag, a label, a label, and then I pulled a few things. Like this is from my Elle Studio stash, and I used just, well, some white. This was actually cut off from another tag somewhere else, and then I pulled in a few other embellishments from my stash, like this green tag and this green ticket are from my stash, and of course all the alphas are from my stash. And then I made a flip pocket here, and I'm going to show you how I created this because I don't have a fuse tool and I don't really plan to purchase one because there's other ways to do flip pockets without really needing a fuse tool, and I just don't see any point. And I think it's very useful, but since I have found a different way to do my flip cards and pockets, I don't really need one right now. Now if I was creating my own page protectors, then that would be something different. The only way I would use it right now would be to create flip pockets, and this works for me. So I knew that this was going to be on the front of a page protector, so I knew that I would have the ability to make a flip pocket attached. So what I did is I cut down a piece of, or I cut down a page protector and then put washi on the sides to kind of enclose the sides, and then I just glued it. I scored it with my like scoreboard here to be able to make an easy fold, and then I just taped it right on the back of this photo so it just slips right in the pocket. There we go. Slips right in the pocket and then just flips up, which I love. I think this is really nice. And then this was just a piece of paper from my scrap box that coordinated with the green. And this is how I use the I'm So Lucky to Have You. This was supposed to be a like St. Patrick's Day themed card, and I just put it with the photo of us, and since I had a lot of other green on the layout, it fit well. And then there's this noted tag that came with the kit. It tied in that purple over here. I really like how you've got the balance of the colors when you flip up the pocket. And then there's that one. And then this is the very last one. This is just another, I think this was from August. Is that right? This may be from May. I'm not sure what month this is from. But this is another just simple 12 by 12 spread. I had a lot of white space on this layout, and it kind of messed with me a little bit because I'm not used to these cards being so white. Usually they're full photos or they're 4 by 6 decorative cards. So this one was actually just a little bit of a challenge for me because it's not my normal. So I used a couple additional things, like I pulled out a sticker book and used a couple stickers from that to kind of fill in. I already had these these 4 3x4 cards that coordinated with the teal and the gray and the white, and so I just pulled in, I used 4 4x6 white cards, and then I pulled in a couple stickers from the sticker book that had those same colors. Then of course I have my sequins, and then these are from the kit already. These couple little things were already from the kit. And this just fit perfectly. I had this little photo of some snow cones, and so the card already said, did somebody say, and then I put snow cones. So I love the way this layout turned out. I really like the way all of them turned out, and you can see they're very versatile. This layout is totally different from this layout, which is totally different from this layout. Very different color schemes from one kit. Very different color schemes. That, I think, was one of the things I was surprised about. This was the first Elle Studio kit that I purchased, and I was very surprised at the variety of colors and themes that were included in the cards. It threw me off just a little bit with that there weren't any dimensional embellishments, because every other kit that I've purchased had dimensional embellishments. So that, for the first layout, that was a little bit of an interesting difference to me. It wasn't bad. It was just something I had to get used to because I wasn't used to not having dimensional things in the kit. But I don't use a lot of dimensional things. I use sequins and things like that that have a little bit of dimension, but I really don't. I don't use a ton of dimensional things, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. It just, I took notice of that because it was a difference. But I think that's it. Excuse me. I think that's it. Please let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you guys used this kit and had any thoughts that you would want to add. I'd be happy to hear them, and I would love to hear your feedback on what you thought of the Elle Studio kit as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned. I think I'll have a haul video up next if it's not already posted. So thanks for joining me today, guys. Check out the blog if you'd like to download this spreadsheet. Alright, bye!